Welcome, ladies, to the Real Estate Investor Show, providing inspiration, strategies, and insight to empower women investors to live balanced and financially free lives. Now, here are your co-hosts, Liz and Andressa.
Welcome back, ladies. This is Liz.
This is Andressa.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Investor Show, Minnesota edition. We are talking about how to vet potential partners. And we have a lot of partners in this business, right, Andressa?
Exactly. You're either proposing a partnership or receiving a proposal. So in 10 minutes or less, because I am in charge today, we're going to get into my top 3, what you should consider. And those are very actionable steps. So if you are under your treadmill, get out because you're going to have to take some actions here. All right, Liz. So we can do like an entire workshop in partnerships and how to align. We had an entire episode on Bigger Pockets about partnerships. We broke that down. The most important thing that I would say, my number one here, is alignment. How do you know if you're aligned? And there's tons of questions that I'm not going to go over them right here, but Liz and I put all those questions that you can answer on your own. Your potential partner can answer on his or on her own, and then you come together. It's a quick PDF. You can go to the realestateinvestor.com/giveaway and download this PDF. The most important thing there is, what are you bringing to the table? What are they bringing to the table? Are we aligned on our goals and values? And are we differentiating ourselves on our experience and what we're bringing to the table? So that's the goal for that specific PDF. So that's the number one thing. Make sure you're aligned on that part. Number 2 thing, though, it's connect the dots to people. And this here, I'm going to answer a question that we have from Katie Rohr from our Strive membership. She was talking about putting together a pitch deck. And I was like, that is a very good idea because we are real estate investors, right? We're not going around with your resume from 1997 or whatever, right? Right? And then presenting to people. So what a pitch deck looks like, and let me share this with you. It can be a PDF. It can be a page where people can connect the dots. You need to connect the dots for people and say, this is my background, and this is how it's valuable for this specific project. Let's say you are a scientist, right? How does that help you rehabbing a project or analyzing a syndication? Well, what do scientists do? Tons of researches, right? What is an underwriter does? What is like a market analysis person does, right? So you got to connect the dots to people there. And then you might be saying, I don't have a pitch deck. Yes, you do. You don't know you do. Your social media presence right now is a pitch deck. Because if I don't know you and we're talking, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to Google you. Go inside your Instagram account. I'm going to look at your LinkedIn, and I'm going to see all different comments that you have made publicly. So if you don't think you have a pitch deck, you do. And you need to review it to make sure that it is aligned to what you're looking to show the world. But if you want to really have one that you can present to people, you can create one where you share your background and also your experience in real estate. So let's say if you have built 3 properties, I would like to see pictures and a quick summary of purchase. How did you finance that? What was the return for the investors? What are the main lessons that you learned from those moments? People really, again, connecting the dots to what you're looking to do now, quickly. Don't talk about what you did in kindergarten. It doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. None of the school, your GPA doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. People need to understand how your skill sets are going to transfer there, right? So number 1, our PDF that you can download. Number 2, the pitch deck. Number 3, Liz, This is the hardest part one.
Yeah.
You got to understand if the person has done the work.
Ooh, what does the work mean?
Oh God, right? That's another entire podcast. Doing the work, it's really like understanding how is this person mindset is, right? Have they done courses, self-development courses? What are they reading now? What are their way of being? What are their current habits? All of that counts to me. I don't want to do business with people that have not done or are in the journey of becoming the best version of themselves, because we're not going to be talking the same language. I don't know if there are kids in the car, so let me spell it very quickly. SHIT hits the fan. That's when the training comes to the surface. People that did the work, that healed themselves, their traumas, they're not bringing anything to your life. They have a different language. They're going to look at problem solving. People that have not done the work before, they're going to look at blame. And ego is just like to the top of the surface. And that is a item that I either get excited to work with somebody or I immediately draw back.
Yeah. And what I want to add there too is a way to kind of get a sense of that, because it's a big conversation to have with someone that you just met, right? Hey, you doing the work? Like it's kind of like,
What are you talking about?
yeah, like what are you talking about? It's a little like, ooh, this is a little heavy for our first talk and our first conversation. The way to kind of get a sense of that from someone is that are they opening up and sharing something that they're working on or sharing some vulnerability? I think that's a really, really easy way to get a sense from someone if they are doing the work. And obviously, as you get to know them, it gets deeper and you can get a sense of that. And there's actually questions you can ask, right? But I think it's a simple way to notice when you're talking to people and when you're connecting with them. Obviously, they're not going to give you their dark, dark secrets. And that's even awkward, even on the first time. But there's a level of vulnerability that someone will share and even share something that they're working on about themselves in some way that gives you a kind of a glimpse that they're doing the work. So just something to notice during your conversations with people.
I have another tip. When I know that the person is committed to live her best life or his best life is when we're talking. And of course, right, when I'm talking, like I shared the books because I'm so freaking excited. Yesterday, I got, isn't it true, Liz?
It is true.
Back me up. Yesterday, what did I do? I told Liz, I'm so excited for the book that is about to arrive.
You told me how excited you were. And then you thought me after.
I was tracking the truck. And then I call you after. I send pictures of it. And I'm not going to tell you on this podcast what the book is. I'll tell you later. So you're going to say how to. But anyway, when I talk to people about that, they do one thing. They grab their phone and they immediately get the book. That's their level of commitment. And that is, we're like, let me start reading it now when you're talking to me. So those are the three things. Get aligned, connect the dots to people, and do the work and observe if people are doing the work. Because if you're not doing the work, you are going to be other people that are going to look at you, and that's what is going to inside their head. When things go south, do we all have the same tools to figure out a way out and create a better possibility that we haven't even thought about? So those are the three things that I will recommend. And if you guys want us to take a look at your pitch deck, feel free to post on our Facebook community and tag us. We're happy to give you feedback there. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this podcast and want to receive updates on our next interviews, go to our website, therealestateinvestor.com. There, you can subscribe to our show, become part of our investor community, and get updates on upcoming episodes.
If you like our show, please share it with other women who would benefit. And don't forget to leave us a rating on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it. And as always, we encourage you to take one action as a result of today's show and put it into motion so you can live both a financially free and balanced life. Thanks for spending time with us.
Ciao.